Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you the fragrances that I'm going to be wearing for May on my May tray. So I'm going to show you the tray. It's right here. It's this circular thing that I use to keep all my fragrances. I think I have 12 or 13, and I think I figured out what my problem is. Last month, the month before, I was putting way too many gourmands in my tray. So thinking about the weather starting to warm up, and now it's so gorgeous. It's May 2nd here, and already like I could be wearing shorts. I wore shorts, went outside in the sun yesterday, so it's gorgeous here. May is sometimes up and down. We still could get freezing. We've had snow in the past. I highly doubt that'll be the case, but I am so craving the florals, something a little bit more airy, a little bit less thick and rich like gourmands are. And as much as I love gourmands and I'm already fantasizing about wearing all the gourmands in the world for the fall, I realized that my tray was just too heavy with gourmands, and as a result I wasn't reaching for them. So I've picked a lot more spring centric or spring/summer type fragrances. So I'm kind of excited about how this tray will do this year or this month. And if it doesn't do well this month, like if I struggle with it, I'm gonna stop doing the tray and I will just share with you kind of what I've worn. I'll do a monthly recap so you know what I was into, what I was gravitating towards, and why, that kind of thing. But I will give the tray one more go. So I'm so excited to get started. But before I do, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the weird, wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community, and let's get into this. I'm going to start with the one that I'm most excited to wear because I am obsessed with it right now. Like seriously, probably I could just have this one and wear it all month. And it is Lovers in Pink by Sherigan Paris. Now, this bottle is just so gorgeous. And like I said before, it's got that clink of like fancy kind of French glass. So really, really love the bottle, and I love the fragrance inside. To me, this is sparkling, it's airy, it's a little bit, there's a little bit of a lemony feel, but it feels so juicy. As far as notes are concerned with this, it has peony, rose, cassis, citruses, musk, jasmine, ginger, and cedar. So it smells super sweet, airy. It's slightly tart, very sparkling feeling. And I had brought it over to Hesse, and to me, I thought it was like Pink Me Up a little bit. I think it's the sparkling quality that makes me think of Pink Me Up. But she smelled this and went, no, Pink Me Up is way more patchouli heavy, and it's true. So this is lacking that patchouli. I just love this. It kind of like, some people think it smells like Baccarat Rouge. To me, it would be more like a fruity Greenwich Village by Bon No. 9. So it's kind of in that same family. There is a bit of a Baccarat Rouge vibe. I don't get it that much. I just think it's its own thing. But I love it. I love the citrus. I really smell the citrus on the cap. On my skin, I smell more of a black currant, fizzy, like I think of a fresh kind of fizzy, sparkling, maybe a Prosecco with some black currant and some citruses in it. So sometimes fruity fragrances get really, really sweet. This one isn't too sweet. You do notice the fruit. There's a perfect balance of sweet and sparkling to this. So I just think it's perfect for spring. And I love like the pink bottle, like the pink graduated bottle. It kind of matches my shirt and it's just gorgeous. So this is my new favorite love. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, moving on. I was tempted to leave this one to later on in the summer, and I'll probably pull it out again, but I was just really craving it, and it is Untamed Perfumes, My Greek Lover. It's got kind of a Mediterranean vibe. There's florals in there, but there's also grapes and lemon and like Mediterranean type fruits, along with some balsamic qualities, with some cypress and so on. And then this gorgeous orange blossom. So I just think it smells fresh, refreshing, and so like just relaxing and beautiful, but still uber sophisticated. So I love this fragrance. I've used a decent amount of it. The other thing about this one is the longevity is crazy, like a good 10 hours. This is an extrait de parfum. So great longevity on this. Now, another fragrance, it's more of a fruity floral, but I'm really excited to wear it for the month, is Fantasia by Hez Parfums. The sprayers on these bottles, he's slowly switching all of his bottles over. So Banana Bread Banshee is now in this format. Along with his new fragrance, Jackson, I think it is. I have a review coming of that one fairly soon. This, on the cap, it smells very, very sugary, but on the skin, it really morphs and it's perfect for spring. As far as the fruits are concerned, it has blackcurrant and raspberry. There's also some orange. So love blackcurrant, love raspberry. This also has pink pepper and neroli on the top. In the heart, it has ozonic notes, cashmeran, sugarcane, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, and orange. The base is Isoe Super, bourbon, vanilla, sandalwood, ambroxan, vetiver, cedar, and musk. So on the cap, you get a lot of that sugariness. It smells almost like you'd want to wear this in the winter, but on the skin, the neroli comes forward, but it's not too sharp. There's a green component in this fragrance that keeps it balanced and not getting too thick and sweet. I definitely get that little bit of ozonic feel or just an airy feel that comes with some of that ambroxan Isoe Super. This definitely has a little bit of a woody base, but I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's complex. It's not your typical sweet, fruity floral. There's some complexities in here with the florals. To me, it feels almost as if there's tuberose in here, although that's not listed at all. It's really addictive and it's just like it's a gorgeous fragrance. I love the little bit of kind of green that I get in with this florals. So the fruitiness, it stays for a while and then it kind of comes underneath those florals that kind of come to the forefront. And then as it really dries down in the deep dry down, you're getting a little bit more of that vetiver and that cedar, a little bit of sandalwood. It has moderate longevity, but what's nice about it is that you're getting like kind of a bright burst of mouth-watering, juicy, sweet fruits. And then that kind of pairs back so that you're left with the beautiful florals that are slightly green. So I love the balance. I love that it gives me a couple different experiences as I wear it. So really, really enjoy this one. This one's considered unisex, but to me it leans feminine, but it's a really fun wear. And although it's a fruity floral, it feels complex enough that it feels a little bit sophisticated and classy at the same time, but still having that little bit of whimsy in there with the fruitiness. So really, really enjoy this one. And I have a coupon code for Hez Parfums. It's MC10, and that gives you 10% off. And that's not an affiliate code. That's the benefit is for you guys. So anyway, really enjoy this one. So the next one that I chose to add to my May tray is Velvet Mirage by Jeulia's Perfumes. I have so many Jeulia's perfumes, so I always like including at least one. This one is right now my absolute favorite. I love this fragrance. In fact, I would say it's one of my favorite fragrances now, period. Like I can't believe it because it's so clean with that cotton flower and almond, but I just find it delicious. I find it sexy. I find it easy to wear, like it's a real easy reach. I'm not sure about longevity. I think I become an anosmic to it because Jeulia's Perfumes for me tends to last quite a long time, like they're extrait de parfum. But this one I just absolutely love. Like I find it addictive. It's not too sweet. It's quite musky, clean, love it. There is a sweetness though with that almond in there, but I just think it's magnificent. Next fragrance that I was super excited to add is Love at First Sniff by Unui Nomad. I have coupon codes for this one. I have coupon codes actually for quite a few of them. So just check them out they'll be all linked. This is the most gorgeous lilac fragrance and it's perfect for this time of year. So right now, outside my kitchen, I have this gargantuan lilac bush that blooms every spring and it's got tons of buds on it right now. So I'm really, really excited about those lilac. I just think they look so pretty. So Love at First Sniff, I get that beautiful lilac. but it's not too powdery and sweet because it's paired with this delicious passion fruit. It's got this fruitiness with this purple floral lilac that's really sweet. It's so feminine. I think of spring. Like, this is perfectly spring. So love wearing this one. This one has ambroxan in it, but it doesn't bother me at all. It's just a gorgeous wear. It feels a little bit delicate. It's like, it's not airy, but sometimes I find florals can get really thick. This stays really kind of airy and light, I think because of the balance between the lilac and the passion fruit. So this is gorgeous. This is kind of like a masterpiece in my opinion. So beautiful. And it also is a little bit of an ethereal kind of angelic type fragrance. So absolutely adore this. I'm going for quite a few florals, and this one's no exception. Elisab Le Parfum. This is orange blossom. I think there's a little bit of jasmine in here, but mainly orange blossom, honey, and cedar. This one is a little bit more heady, so you feel it kind of right in here with all that gorgeous orange blossom / neroli. This is so classy. So whenever I go to some sort of like appointment where I'm supposed to like seemingly have my act together, this is a fragrance that I reach for. This one, and honestly, love at first sight, that fits in the same category, but this one even more. This one has gotten me a lot of compliments. It's a sexy floral, so something with that honey mixed with the orange blossom. It's slightly animalic, but not too much. There's a sensuality to this, but staying super classy. So I always think of like a lady who, you know, literally has the title lady, like Lady Maria. She's dressed to the nines, but she's just slightly naughty. Underneath that regal, classy exterior is a bit of a wildcat. So that is this fragrance for sure. Now, a new fragrance that I was just given by Corel, the company's called by Corel, is called Dalma. This is the bottle, so it's got kind of a funky cap. It's simple, but I really like it. And this is honestly, this is one of the ones that is kind of gourmand, but it's definitely a gourmand that you can wear spring and summer. This is seriously the best pistachio fragrance I have smelt. It is so delectable. And I would say that this is what I was hoping Yum Pistachio was, or any of the pistachio dupes. You know, when I think pistachio gelato, I think a lot more creamy, a lot more decadent and rich, and this gives me just that. In the opening, this has pistachio, cardamom, and cinnamon. In the heart, it has pistachio, hazelnut milk, macarons, and plum, and then the base is vanilla, tonka bean, and musk. So although this is like quite gourmand, it's definitely a gourmand that I feel comfortable wearing in the spring. In the summer, it might get a little bit heavy. I'll see. We'll try it in the summer too. But what I love about this is there's a creaminess to it. It's nice and rich and delicious. The cinnamon is just perfection in it. So it gives you a feel of like a spiced gelato. When I think gelato, I think a little bit of coolness to it as well, which somehow I get, but then as it dries down on the skin, it gets a little bit more warm. I definitely get the macaron. I get the sweetness, I get the milkiness, but it doesn't come across as milky baby's breath or anything like that. It just creates a creaminess to this. The nuts are absolutely the star of the show. As it dries down, you get more of that vanilla, but there's just the right amount of spice with that cardamom and cinnamon to make this just literally addictive. So I am in love with this. I've worn it, I think, 3 times so far since I got it this week. So really, really enjoying this. And I wanted to have a couple cozy fragrances, and I happened to just receive some PR that was all cozy. So this is one of them, and then I'll share the next one that fits that category too. So another one that is a little bit more cozy, but I think will work in the spring. I think I would prefer this as a go-to for the fall, winter more so, but for spring, this is actually perfection. It's called Chemin d'Amande by Unui Nomad. It's one of these extracts that comes in the fancy bottle, and I am loving everything that I have gotten from this collection. Like literally, I love all of them. So this one is no exception. I just have to share kind of the story behind this. So it's this conquering king, comes from the area of Portugal before Portugal was. And he conquers the north and brings all these people back from the north. And in that group of people was this beautiful woman named Gilda who had these gorgeous azure eyes. So like beautiful blue eyes. And he was just enchanted by her and he married her. And like through his kindness and his love, he won her over and they fell in love. He totally won her heart, but he would go off to battle or whatever. And she became more and more silent and more quiet. And there was a deep, deep sadness in her. And the king was beside himself because he didn't know why his precious Gilda was so devastated and silent and sad. Like, was their love not enough? And so the king brought healers to try figure out what was the problem. No one had an answer. And finally, this wise old woman said, her light is fading. She longs for the snow. And the king, as much as he wanted to take her to the north, he knew he couldn't do that because how do you continue on a love relationship so far apart, because he needed to stay with his people. So he just felt like his love was doomed and the whole situation was hopeless. But then this sweet farmer came along with this bold idea to plant all these almond trees. And he said, in the spring, the almond trees will flower and she'll feel like she's in a field of snow and her light will return. And so sure enough, they planted all these almond trees in the spring. The almond trees brought forth their blooms. Yet again, her light returned and she was rejuvenated by the almond blossoms. So this fragrance is paying homage to that story. I just think that this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance. And when I read the story, then smelt the fragrance, it made it even better. I love that about fragrance, how it can be an extension of a story or a painting or anything, or painting and stories can come out of fragrance. So this has almond, vanilla, almond blossom, and woody notes. So it's like you're getting the whole entire almond experience in this fragrance. It's very warm with that almond, and sometimes I've struggled with almond because of the powderiness or like potentially being Play-Doh-y. I don't get that in this at all. I just think it's gorgeous. It makes me think of halva in a way. So there is a sweetness to this, but it's paired with a little bit of kind of airy, almost floral from that almond blossom. It never gets too thick or heavy, so it still works really beautifully in the spring. I think that this will be amazing in the fall and the winter as well. But in the spring, it's still really beautiful. It's not too thick of a gourmand, but primarily you're getting that almond and vanilla. It makes me think of like an almond covered in candy or like halva or something of that nature. So there's a richness to it, but it's not too thick, if that makes sense. So really, really excited about this one. The longevity on this is crazy awesome as well. Next fragrance is Amethyst. I love this one. Have I shown you guys how gorgeous this bottle is? I think Lalique does really beautiful bottles. I talked about it recently, so I'm not going to talk about it very much. It's like it's got water with berries that are green, leafy, woody mixed in. It's refreshing. It's calming. It's another one that's kind of ethereal. This may be better for summer, but I thought I would try it this month. Liam by Lattafa is another one that I was excited to put on the tray. I wore it the other day and just so thoroughly enjoyed it. It's like a tea fragrance with fig. It's similar to BDK Gris Charnel. It's very beautiful. I just find it smooth. I find it actually kind of rich with that fig, but it stays kind of colder. It smells very sophisticated and demure, like understated but elegant. So love this fragrance. To me, this would be the fragrance, like if I was working in a corporate type setting, honestly, this would be the fragrance that I'd wear most of the time to work because it smells so good, but there's a cleanness to it because of the fig and the green, like the fig and kind of that tea vibe. This has iris and vetiver too, so it kind of keeps it quite dry It's just absolutely gorgeous. Love it. So, and I find the longevity lasts quite a while on this one. I was just getting whiffs of it all day and loving it. So excited to have this on the tray. Another Middle Eastern one is Felicity. This to me is another sparkling fragrance. It smells like a sparkling peach. It reminds me of like a Possessoir. I know this is supposed to be similar to Silk Santal by Kayali. I can't remember that one. I have a sample of it, but it's in the family of that, Possessoir by BDK, all of those fragrances where you get a hint of fruitiness with some beautiful florals, but sparkling. This has cassis in it. I get kind of a peachy vibe from it. So it's just ever so slightly fruity. There's some champagne, there's freesia in here, jasmine, musk, and rose. There's also sugar, vanilla, and musk. So I think this is gorgeous. Anytime I wear it, I enjoy it. It's just the perfect amount of sweetness with that musky floral vibe. And I find this one actually really refreshing as well. So Felicity, awesome. 2 fragrances left. The first one, I thought I would put a travel spray in. So this is Tuiles d'Hermès Eau Ginger by Hermès. This has peony, candied ginger, ginger, and cedar. So it's floral. The ginger is zingy, a little bit spicy feeling, but it's also really refreshing. And to me, it feels almost as if it's tuberose and not peony. So I don't really get the peony as much as more of a tuberose vibe for whatever reason. But this one is really refreshing. It's kind of like a fresh floral. So I thought it would be great on the tray, and I rarely wear this. So I'm excited to put it to use. Last one, I think this went on my tray at one point, but I have to have it again, and that is HABIBI by ByBozo. It has cherry, almond. There's some green notes in here. There's black currant leaf. There's musk and sandalwood. I get no woodiness. I get greenness, the almond, and the cherry, and it's really, really refreshing. It's like you get spritzed with a cherry, kind of a green cherry water in your face, like so refreshing. Meanwhile, you're smelling almond trees. Like, it's just gorgeous. So really enjoy wearing this one. It's refreshing. It's very classy feeling as well. It's put together. It smells bougie to me, but it's refreshing and not too much of anything. So love it. No florals in this one, but it just smells fantastic. It makes me feel confident, but it's also got a little bit of a refreshing vibe. So it feels relaxing, and yet it's so sophisticated. So absolutely love this one. And that is it. This time it's 13 fragrances. We'll see how it goes. What about you? Have you tried any of these? If you have, weigh in, and also let me know what you're doing for your tray this month. That is it. I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.